afternoon, everyone. My name is Mai, and currently I'm a student in class 9I1 at Nguyễn Secondary School. My hometown at origins is Nam Định, but I'm based on Yang cities. I'm really happy to stand here today and share with you guys about my topic, and it's really based on adolescents' physical psychologies, and it's called dealing with mental disorders. In these days and age, adolescents are under a lot of pressures from all aspects of societies, friends, families, and schools. For example, peer pressures, domestic violence, isolated at schools, and body shaming, and so much more. These urgent problems put the teenagers a great deal of anxieties and pressures on their psychologies, and it's created mental disorder at young age. My individual experience can exemplify this psychological crisis, and I understand well how my situation is in dealing with. I have overcome that difficulty, so I know that you guys are more than enough to force that difficulties, and I hope that after these presentations, you can perceive how to deal with the mental disorders and how to treat yourself right and overcome your feelings. Now I will introduce you with some backgrounds on mental disorder first. According to Wikipedia, mental disorder, or called mental illness, is a behavior or mental patterns that cause significant distress or impairment of personal functioning. Let me symbolize it for you with some characteristics issues of mental disorder, such as schools isolations, social isolation, depressions, antisocial, and etc. Thus, they are tremendously affected by the way we're thinking and by the way we're behaving. Over the past decade, mental disorder happens to the majorities of youngsters. Can you believe that every 100 minutes a teens take down their own life? In Vietnam, youngsters have backlog of negative and pessimistic thoughts, especially in the rebellious age from 12 to 15 years old, and I'm not exceptions. To show you the impact of mental disorder on someone's life, I will share to you guys about a story about me going through mental disorders. Everything started at the year of 2019. To me back then, life was very easygoing. I had positive perspective about the world, but accompanied by immature realizations and sensitivity thoughts. Of course, there's a lot of encounters between me and dilemma in life when I get older and older. Consequently, I gradually changed both mentally and physically. I still remember the moment when I studied in this educational environment that I have assignments that need to be done by team working. Suddenly, none of the members in the team listened to my work. I started to question and worry, why are they defying my words and why are they doing this to me? Angry, anxious, and anxieties surround me by that times. When I get home, my parents always shout at me. There's a lot of quarrels and wrangles between me and my parents. There's so much increments that I even count them in my homes. By little of those pressure, of those stress, start to push me too hard. And then I am start to scared to talk with people again. I am afraid to have eye contact or having communications with others in life. I'm afraid to live by that times. So all of those fears started to take shape in my heart. From a normal teens, I turned to an abnormal teens. I think about have school dropouts, cut off my relationships. I even tried to treat myself with physical treatments, and then I'm staying at home days and days and do whatever I want. I drew a bunch of pictures, listened to hundreds of songs, and I feel freely for the most three days. But after those days, mental disorder happens to me again. Mental disorder started to rise in me again. Suddenly, I feel so hard to live by that times. I feel so hard by living by that times. I even cannot know how to control my emotions, and then I cry so much. I even cut my hair. I pierced my ears. I even hurt myself too. But no one there to help me at all. Things changed completely when I was going around my house for no reasons, I find a toys which used to be my favorite when I was 5. I listen while I holding to the toys. While I watching to the toys, I realized how gleeful I was when I was young. I I start to question myself again. Did I cry so much when I was young? No. And did I mistreat myself so much when I was young? Of course, is no. Those questions really motivated myself. And by all of that questions, I started and I decided to change my life. From the first times, people usually say that it is hard for someone to do something at the first times, and it's really true. I, I try to communicate back with my friends, my teachers, my friends, but but it's just really hard for me. But I have overcome that difficulties by having a lot of revelations between me and my close friends. I even talk to toys. I even talk to my pens. I changed eating from packaged noodles. I changed from eating fast food to nutritious foods. I learned how to learn. I learned how to get up early in the morning. Learn how to control my breath, and I learned how to love myself more. Whenever I have, whenever I have worry feelings about myself, I always hug myself and try to say that everything's gonna be okay. So you can be sad just for 1 minute. So after that, you have to be so gleeful. You have to be so happy again. So that's the way I am treat myself right. So after half a month, I am completely out of mental disorders. You see, just because of not being valid and not being understood, teens could be a victims of mental disorders. In short, in short, rebellious age is the most sensitive age, so that's why adolescents and teenagers have so many problems about their on their psychological sides. In short, rebellious age is the most sensitive age, so that's why adolescents have so many problems about their mental health. I have overcome that crisis by myself, so I believe that you are more than enough to force that difficulties. Not only about mental disorders. If you are endure any kind of harm, please stay calm at first. Please back to yourselves. Try to love yourself again, and everything's gonna be okay. So thank you for listening.